Okay. Today, or maybe it's tonight for you, we are doing a live horror reading. That's right. We hit our $500 Patreon goal, and as promised, I'm going to be doing a marathon reading of this book right here. I've got it backwards so you can't see the title. Yeah, you still can't see it. It's a horribly made cover. Very, very poor. There we go. The Night Parade of 100 Demons. And this is all yokai, onryo, yurei from Japan. So if that's something you're into learning about Japanese demons, ghosts, especially vengeful female ghosts, that's onryo, and urban legends, then you've come to the right place. Go ahead and grab yourself a nice drink, get some snacks, sit down, relax. You don't need to look at the stream because I'll mostly just be reading. I will show you pictures now and again just to kind of update you on what some of these look like. I think for some of them, if I just read a description, it's not going to be enough. So what I'll do is I'll show you a couple pictures on the more difficult ones. For example, some of them you probably already know. Kuchisake Onna, the split mouth woman. You know what she looks like. I don't need to show you that one. But she is in here. I do want to show you things like you probably don't know, like the Dogoro. So I'll show you that. All right, I'm bringing up live chat right now. Let me say hello to everybody who's shown up. Banana Hammer, you already here. That's great. Hello, Jade. Hello, Mr. Boots. Welcome back. Rumble Seed, Hobie Tat. Right. Not Important's back again. Japan in himself. And looks like we're just starting to get some people on. Well, usually what I would do is I would wait for a bunch of people to log on. I think probably we're a little bit too late tonight to get a very large crowd. Oh, and I just realized I need to plug my computer in. There we go. It's a laptop, so it'll go dead in the middle of me reading if I don't do that. I'm going to just jump right into it because people came here to listen to all sorts of spooky, scary descriptions. Now, I will tell you, some of these actually aren't scary at all. Like, for example, the kirin. You might have heard of this before. It's actually like a real pretty looking kind of horse slash giraffe slash unicorn type demon. So not all of them are scary. At the beginning, we go through a couple that are just kind of lighthearted and good-natured demons. But then as we start to get near the middle of the book, they get like kind of more and more gruesome. So I guess just kind of a warning. Anybody else log on? Ronald, how's it going? Jilly D, welcome back. Glad to see you're on today. Jetpack Rorschach, how's it going? All right. Oh, I haven't modded Jade yet. All right, I got a couple people I need to mod. All right, add moderator. All right. And Jilly D, moderator. Okay, so we got 3 moderators signed on right now, if I'm correct. Anybody else that I was supposed to moderate tonight that was supposed to become a moderator? All right, Kirin, that's the guy from the beer. Kirin is the name of the beer, and they do use the yokai as the symbol of their beer brand. So you are correct, my friend. Let's jump right into it, guys. I don't want to wait any longer. Let's start first with, so it opens up with this beautiful picture. Got some of the green screen, the chroma key in the background, so it's kind of like moving the water. All right, number 1. Everybody knows this one, the kappa. Okay, I guess I'll show the picture for each one because they're kind of like really beautiful pictures. All right. Kappa, translation, river child. Alternate names, Kawataro, Kawako. Habitat, rivers, lakes, ponds, waterways, cisterns, wells, found throughout Japan. Diet, omnivorous, prefers cucumbers and human entrails. Appearance, kappa are aquatic reptilian humanoids who inhabit the rivers and streams found all over Japan. Clumsy on land, they are at home in the water, where they thrive during the warm months. Kappa are generally the size and shape of a human child. with scaly skin ranging in earthly hues from deep green to bright red and even blue. Their bodies are built for swimming, with webbed, thumbless hands and feet, and a turtle-like beak and shell. Their elastic, waterproof skin reeks of dead fish, and it is said to be removable. They possess 3 anuses, okay, allowing them to pass 3 times as much human gas as any human. Wow, okay, that's disgusting. Kappa forearms are attached to one another inside of their shells, and pulling on one of them will cause the other to lengthen while the other contracts. I didn't know that. It's interesting. They are excellent swimmers, and despite their small size, they are physically stronger than a grown man. A dish-like depression lies on the top of their skulls. This dish is said to be the source of the kappa's power and must be kept wet at all times. Should the water ever spill out and the dish dry up, the kappa will be able to not move and may even die. So that's the way you make sure you beat a kappa. You knock all that water out of their little dish in their head. It's like a tiny little swimming pool on their head. Behavior. Adult kappa often live solitary lives, although it is common for them to befriend other yokai and even humans. Younger kappa are frequently found in family groups. They will eat almost anything, but are particularly fond of raw innards, particularly human anuses. Whoa, what is up with the anuses? That's I've already had to say that word more than I want to, and it's only the first description. And cucumbers. They love mischief, martial arts like sumo wrestling, and games of skill like shogi. Shogi is like Japanese chess, if you guys don't know what that is. It's like Japanese chess. It's more difficult, though, than normal chess. Kappa are proud and stubborn, but also fiercely honorable. They never break any promises that they make. Kappa possess keen intelligence, and they are one of the few yokai able to learn human languages. They are also highly knowledgeable about medicine and the art of setting bones. According to legend, these skills were first taught to humans by friendly kappa. Interactions. Kappa are revered in Shinto as a kind of water god. It is not uncommon to see offerings of cucumbers made at riverbanks by devout humans. In return, kappa are known to help people by irrigating fields, befriending lonely children, competing with adults in sports and games, and so on. Kappa can also be crass and violent. Mischievous by nature, they love to pick up women's kimonos and loudly pass gas in public. Lakes and rivers where kappa live are often marked with warning signs. Their preferred method of attack is to drown or bite their opponent to death under the water. They particularly despise cows and horses and will attack the animals for no reason at all. They have been known to kidnap or rape swimming women and develop humans alive. Usually they go for the anus, again the anus, and particularly a mythical ball of flesh located just inside the anus called the shirikodama. Shirikodama just pretty much means like it translates to like ass ball. I'm not joking. Oshiri is your butt, and Kodama is like ball. Oh my god, what in the hell? Yo, I'm trying to defend you, Japan, not make you sound like the weirdest country in the world, but here you writing ass balls being eaten by kappa. In the water, there is no escape for anyone who crosses a kappa. On land, however, it is possible to outwit one. The honorable kappa will feel obliged to return a bow. If it can be tricked into bowing so low that the water in its dish spills out, it can easily be overcome. Once bested, many kappa have been made to swear loyalty and friendship to their victor for the rest of their lives. The kappa. I'll just make a quick Make a quick check-in with chat. Make sure I'm sounding okay. Straight anus fetishes. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Ass balls. Yeah, sorry guys. I don't know, man. Kodama means echo? Maybe a different kanji of it does. Alright. Ass echo? Shiri Kodama? Ass echo? a ball of flesh called the ass echo. That doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah. Are you sure that's the same kanji? Can you write the kanji for Kodama? Because, sometimes there's different kanji means different things. Hachi has 3 different kanji, and it can mean bowl, it can mean bee, and it can mean the number 8. So just be careful. Kappa after my shitty Kodama. Alright, sound is fine. Great to hear. Okay. Garappa. No, I'm not joking. It's kind of like a kappa, but like longer. The garappa. Garappa. Translation. A regional corruption of kappa. Alternative names, Gawappa. Habitat, rivers, lakes, ponds, streams found only in Kyushu. Kyushu is like southern Japan. Like the furthest part of southern Japan. Before you get to Okinawa, I mean. Diet, omnivorous, same as the kappa. Garappa are river spirits found on the islands of Kyushu in southern Japan. They are close relatives of kappa and resemble them in many ways. Thus, the two are often confused with each other. There are a number of important differences. Physically, a garappa are most identical to a kappa, the most notable difference being that the garappa's limbs are much, much longer than those of the kappa. When the garappa sit down, their knees rise high above their heads, while a kappa's knees do not. Because of these longer limbs, garappa are taller than kappa while standing upright. Garappa also have slightly longer, more streamlined faces. Okay. Behavior. Garappa are much more shy and elusive than kappa and tend to avoid populated areas. Instead, they wander back and forth between the rivers and the mountains. They tend to live in smaller groups or by themselves. Because of their shyness, garappa are more often heard than seen. They have 2 distinct calls that go hio hio and fun fun fun. I hope I did them right. Interactions. While garappa encounters are much rarer than kappa, they share with kappa a similar relationship with humankind. They are extremely fond of pranks and mischief and love to surprise people on mountain paths or trick travelers into losing their ways. Garappa are physically stronger than a human and are easily capable of overpowering men larger than themselves. They are extremely fond of sumo wrestling, at which they are highly skilled. Garappa are also very sexually aggressive and frequently assault and rape women. Of course they do, because Japan. Despite their reputation as tricksters, garappa are absolutely dedicated to keeping their word. When captured or bested in a contest by humans, they are usually forced by their victors to promise to stop drowning people, playing pranks, making noises in the woods, or similar concessions. Over the centuries, Shinto sects which revere garappa have worked to earn promises from them to cease them doing evil. As a result, garappa attacks have become less and less common over time. Garappa also occasionally serve humans by catching fish or planting rice fields, and they are credited with teaching the ancient people of Kyushu the art of making poultices. Yokai-human hybrids. While humans and yokai rarely intermingle in quote-unquote that way, there are a number of stories of rape by yokai and a voluntary pairing between humans and supernatural creatures. In many cases, it is possible for humans and yokai to have children together, and the children of these couplings often have special powers or abilities reflecting their supernatural nature. Sadly, many cases are also fatal. In cases of rape by garappa, the impregnated women almost always are eaten from the inside out by a hungry offspring. Wow, that sucks. Kind of like aliens. Eventually, the creature emerges from the mother's stomach in a gory mess, usually to a greeting of pitchforks, torches, and horrified villagers. The garappa. Next is Hyosube. Here we go, Hyosube. He looks kind of like Ochan is gardening or something. Oh, thank you for the $5 donation, Michelle. You rock so much. I'm hoping everybody's enjoying this. If you are, please feel free to donate. Every little bit's worth it. Every little bit puts a big smile on my face. Yes, today we did hit our $500 Patreon goal, and still looking to get more donations there to continue my comic book. If you want to become a character on that comic book, go ahead and donate. Let me know. Anyway, back to the reading. Hyosube. Translation. onomatopic, which I believe means like the name of its species is an onomatopoeia, so it must not only be called a hiosube, but it most likely makes the sound like hiosube, hiosube. Okay. Written with characters connoting. I've never heard such a connoting. Written with characters connoting, connoting. Maybe that's a typo. I don't know. Connoting warfare. Alternative names: hiosue, hiosubu, hiosunbo, hiosunbe. Habitat: rivers, streams, found primarily in Kyushu and in West Japan. Omnivorous, prefers eggplants. So just like the kappa and the garappa love their cucumbers, the hosube loves eggplants. Man, he can have all the eggplants. I hate eggplant. Appearance: hiosube are squat, hairy humanoids found mostly in the southern and western parts of Japan. They are cousins of kappa and garappa, but much more savage and belligerent. They are short with bald scalps, sharp teeth, and a mouthful of sharp teeth. They are bald with sharp claws and a mouthful of sharp teeth. Sorry, my reading is now suddenly falling apart. Which are prominently visible due to their malicious smile they wear. They are covered with pelt of thick skins, greasy hair which gathers dust, oil, and dirt, and constantly sheds wherever they go. Their name is said to come from the hyo 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 they call that they make. Oh, so I was right. Their name is an onomatopoeia. Okay. If you don't know what an onomatopoeia is, pretty much like saying like bang, boom, bop. Those are all onomatopoeia words. When written in kanji, the characters used have a martial connotation. I think they meant to write connotating warfare, but they definitely did not write that. Interactions. Hiosube are capricious, insolent, and extremely dangerous. A person who simply looks at a hiosube may be struck with a terrible, highly contagious fever, which can quickly spread and turn into an epidemic. Hiosube crackle with an evil laughter, which is also quite contagious. An unlucky person who hears a hiosube laugh and laughs himself will be struck with a sudden fever and die within hours. Wow, that sucks. Hiosube's thick hair builds up a lot of dirt and grime, and they love nothing more than to sneak into houses at night and slip into the bathtub. When a hiosube finds a bathtub it likes, it will often return every night, leaving a thick scum of greasy body hair and horrible stench to be found in the morning. So, like, what was this, like, back during Edo era? When a lot of women were housewives, like, if they forgot to clean the bathtub, they'd be like, oh, damn, we must have had a hiosube last night. I always imagine there's, like, a really good reason for them inventing these. I mean, there's probably, you know, like, oh, this went missing from our town. Must have been the blah, 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 blah demon. Just make up a new one every time. They literally become scapegoats. All right. All right. Let me just check. All right. Just making sure chat's okay. Once unlucky owner of such a house empties the bathwater and threw out the hair and grease. This angers the hiosube so much it'll slaughter the house's owner the next night. In another story, hiosube dumped from a bathtub, landed on a nearby horse, and the animal fell dead. In yet another tale, a woman spied on a hiosube ravaging her eggplant garden. Next morning, her entire body had turned purple, and she died soon after that. Wow, that's extreme. That's no good. Hiosube are occasionally honored at local Shinto shrines. Forgive me. That was really rude. As gods of war. For some of the military service they performed for villagers in the past. Farmers living in the area inhabited by hiosube often leave offerings of first eggplants harvested in hopes that the hiosube will spare their fields for the remainder of the year. Those who do not have offerings usually find fields trampled in anger. All right, now we're on to the kirin. All right. Kirin. Translation: none. Based on the Chinese name for the same creature. Areas ruled by the wise and benevolent leader are its habitat, and its diet is purely vegetarian, never harms another creature. So like I said, this is actually a good yokai. Appearance: one of the rarest and most awesome and most powerful creatures known in East Asia. It is the unicorn-like kirin. Come on, Scott. It is a regal animal, but it's holy and highly revered, and often considered a god in its own right. The kirin is a chimerical beast, resembling a deer with scales like a dragon covering its body. It has a tail like an ox's and a flowering mane. It is bloody and covered in brilliant holy fire. Its face is the picture of utter serenity. Interesting. Okay. Behavior: a gentle animal, the kirin never eats flesh of other beings, and it takes great care never to tread on anything, even lowly insects. When it walks, it does so without trampling a single blade of grass. Its beauty is only surpassed by its rarity. Kirin only appears during periods of world peace, during the reign of nobles, enlightened rulers, in lands owned by the wise, the benevolent people, or heralds of the Golden Age. Kirin never harms good and pure souls, but they aren't swift and fierce to attack if threatened, breathing holy fire from their mouths. Interactions: because kirin are beasts of purity and goodness, they have been used in carvings and paintings of symbols. Yeah, you'll see them all over different temples. Of these virtues since early times, they are also seen as symbols of justice and wisdom. Because of their holiness, images of the kirin frequently adorn temples and shrines. There they are omens of great luck and fortune, and their appearance of a kirin is often believed to be a sign of an arrival of a great leader or a wise man. Origin: kirin were originally introduced to Japan via Chinese myths and legends, which were slightly different than the ones we have now. Over time, Chinese and Japanese versions diverged into slightly different creatures. In Japan, the kirin is considered more slightly powerful and a sacred beast, surpassing the ho-oh and the tatsu in power. The giraffe is also called the kirin in Japanese, named for the traits it shares with the holy kirin. It has long legs, scale-like patterns, gentle nature, and the knobs on its head have been removed by Japanese who see them as giraffes or sacred beasts. Okay. Interesting. Okay. We just how long have we been going so far? All right, we're about to hit at 30 minutes. I think well, actually only 22 minutes. Every little bit of time, I need to take a break. Probably like every 20 minutes. Or, well, I can eventually go longer than that, but I haven't eaten any lunch yet. So I want to take a break here. Should I just cut the stream and come back on and start it again? Because I'd like to eat some lunch and then continue on for the rest of the day. Is that okay, guys? Will you stay on here, or are you guys going to go home and leave me here all alone? My wrench. Oh, Michelle, dude, sorry. Let me add a moderator. Jilly D, thank you so much. You're the best. Sorry, I've had many, not fun. Go eat, Scott. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm not gonna eat a real long time, but I'm starting to feel sleepy, and I know that's because I didn't eat yet. So once I do that, I'll perk back up, and my voice won't start to give out there near the end. You'll stay on, bro? Okay. All right, I'm staying. Okay. Should I? I don't know. I'm home already, so I guess I'll be staying. Should I just throw it? Well, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna end this one, and then I'm gonna start another one again. And the only reason I'm doing that is because some people, when they come to watch this later, it won't be 2 hours long then, or 3 hours, or however long I keep going. Yesterday's was over 2 hours, and that kind of people don't want to watch a video it's that incredibly long. So I'll be right back. I'm just gonna eat some food, and I'll be wakey after that, and read you a lot more. BRB TTYL.